So, former Epic Games idiot, I mean design director Cliff Bleszinski, said that Nintendo may potentially become a software/game-making only company instead of putting out actual systems, much like what happened to Sega. Wow. Wow. But before we get to this video, let's get to the question of the day. Alright, so stay tuned to the end of this video to find out the answer to the question of the day. Alright, so we got some fear-mongering going on from this dude named Cliff Bleszinski, and he's kind of a known guy. I mean, this guy used to work for Epic Games. Alright, now, he basically talked about how the video game industry right now is in a massive turmoil, and how this situation now we're in has been the bleakest since the 1980s video game crash. Matter of fact, according to his words, he says, "This business hasn't been in a state of transition like it is right now since the video game crash of the 80s. I really think we're in a massive state of turmoil," Bleszinski said. "I think Nintendo could possibly be faced with a situation of becoming a company that only makes software moving forward. I think Sony and Microsoft are about to come to major blows. But at the same time, people love playing games on their iPad. The PC is going through a wonderful renaissance right now. I think we're ready to go digital, to do digital download games all the time. I just want to see what happens. In regards to the industry, it's like the Super Smash Brothers of business right now, and I want to see if Peach or Mario wins." What a stupid fucking last statement too, man. That was just dumb as shit. Bleszinski, you attention fucking wanting motherfucker. You are terrible, dude. You're whack. Alright, I don't know if you're just trolling. I don't know if you just want attention. I don't know if you're just trying to, you know, rile up the fans, cause some controversy, but what a bunch of fucking nonsense that is. You know, because it was basically in reference to the fact that the Wii U only sold like over 57,000 or around 57,000 units in the United States last month. So he kind of he's you know, he is speculating perhaps that Nintendo will stop making systems because they're doing business so bad, like they're not selling anymore. So you're gonna kind of go the way of Sega. What happened to Sega back in the 90s with the Dreamcast and discontinuation, and eventually just leaving the video game console market and instead just focusing on actually just making games. I'm not saying this is impossible. It's possible. There's potential to it. It could happen. But Nintendo has been around long enough. They're smart enough to draw in that money and to make people want to buy their systems. The Wii U is off to a slow start, and that's okay, understandably so, but the Wii U has sold, last I checked, over 3 million units worldwide, and the Wii was a really big success in terms of selling a lot of copies. It was the highest selling system of the current gen, technically, which is just amazing. So, you have the DS and the 3DS doing pretty damn good, selling a lot of units. So it's not like Nintendo is in such a bad state that you can see the signs of them eventually, like definitely by a couple of years, or heck, 5 years, oh, they're not going to be making systems anymore. I can predict that Nintendo will try their best to stay in the console market. They'll adapt to the industry, they'll keep making their own thing, they'll add in gimmicks, whatever they have to do to keep putting out systems. I mean, until it gets to that point where it really is not viable anymore to put out systems, then there's going to be no more systems. But it's really stupid. Like, he mentioned, like, iPads and how that's successful and how, oh, it's digital download games only. Who the fuck? Any serious gamer thinks that they're going to replace those iPad things are going to replace systems and consoles? Not in the near future. You know, not in the foreseeable future, because people still want to play on their consoles. People still enjoy their home consoles. People still want to buy home consoles. To this day, people still want to play it. Now, there may be a thing where, okay, the younger generation are more attuned with the iPad and the iPhone. And I see that. You know, I see these younger kids today, and they prefer, some of them, playing on their iPads and things like that instead of their portable gaming systems like the DS or the PSP or the 3DS or the PS Vita. Understandable. I get it. Because they're growing up on that technology. They see it. It's probably their first experience in terms of video games now, where you have a little fucking 2-year-old playing on an iPhone or an iPad, and that's their first gaming, first time ever. You know, it's like, wow. But home consoles still have a place. Make no mistake about it. Holy shit. Alright, it's gonna sell. They're still selling. People are still... Hey, look at the Xbox 360. The 360's been around for a while, and that still sells like hotcakes. It still does a massive business in the United States. And this console is, I don't know, like 8 years old now. My god. Just, you know, fear-mongering bullshit. You know, just nonsense. Nintendo could possibly be faced with a situation of becoming... Fuck you! Nintendo is not Sega. Alright? They're not Sega. They're not Atari. They're not gonna make those dumb-ass mistakes. But, again, I'm not saying that it's not possible. It could be, you know, fuck, who knows, 40 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, who knows where Nintendo's gonna be, or any consoles, and, you know, of course things could change. It's possible, but, you know, the next gen is about to come up, and this, it's very depressing. It's a downer when people have that attitude, that fucking, oh, consoles are on their way out, video game crash, fuck you and your video game crash. I've made a video about it before. It's not gonna happen. There is no gaming crash. Yeah, it's pretty low right now, whatever, you know, they're not selling as high. Oh, it's a saturated market. Yeah, but even back then, during the early 80s, Nintendo pulled through. Like, systems came through. Sega emerged. And then in the 90s, PlayStation emerged. You know, Jesus. And then the 2000s, Xbox. You don't think that another console or another company is not going to try to make a run for it? I mean, shit, we have the Ouya coming out. You know what I mean? This little $100 flash-based little system or whatever it is, like a droid or something. I don't know. Looks interesting, but it's a console. You know, you hook it up to your TV, you get games for it. You know, that looks pretty sweet, and it's a freaking video game system, man. And what really, you know, I love how he goes, oh, it's like Smash Brothers now. I want to see if Peach or Mario wins. What the fuck does that even mean? Peach or Mario? What are you talking about? What kind of analogy is that? That makes no sense. Because he mentioned, Microsoft and Sony are about to come to a blows. They're about to get into it. Oh, okay, major blows, okay. But that's just one-on-one. If you actually put out a real fucking analogy that would have been more accurate, Tekken, that's one-on-one. Street Fighter, that's one-on-one. You know, Mortal Kombat, that's one-on-one. Traditionally, you know, I know they have fucking tag team matches, but you get my point. Smash Brothers is more chaotic. It's more like 4 players and shit. It's more of a party game. It's more multiplayer. You know, like 4 different characters on the same screen. You know, it's more chaotic. It's not really one-on-one. I don't think of one-on-one fighting, you know, 2 powerful opponents fighting each other in Smash Brothers. It's more like 4 different crazy, wacky characters and mascots and shit like that. Peach or Mario. And what the fuck is up with that? Peach or Mario. Give me a break, man. Peach or Mario. Who's Peach, then? Because they're both Nintendo, you fuck. Peach or Mario? It would have made sense if it was Mario versus Sonic. You know, that would have been closer to your little analogy. Or Mario versus Solid Snake, because they're actually characters that are from different brands and different companies. Peach and Mario, they're both from Nintendo. They're both Nintendo mascots and characters, and they're from a Nintendo. What is this guy talking about? This guy's an idiot. Cliff Bleszinski, there's a reason you're out of Epic Games. You are probably dumb as fuck. And GameSpot has to stop quoting this guy. This guy stinks, man. What the hell does this guy know about gaming? Get the fuck out of my face. I've had it, man. Alright, so this was the answer to the question of the day.